So I started this morning using the layout from last week, and inside the left side I put an image tag. But before I actually loaded the image, what I did was I went and organized my folders. So I created a folder called website, and as usual I created subfolders called images and styles. Very important. Inside that folder I saved this layout as index.html. The first thing that I did was I added the image tag. Image source equals, now myphoto.jpg is an image sitting inside images. The alt tag is an alternate text that shows if the image goes missing. So this image, if the image went missing, oh, my home page has gone white. You know, when I made this text white, even this one went white. I'm just going to digress here to fix this. You see, what I should have done is I should have said that the H1 sitting inside left side. So I should have said hash, rather the H1 sitting inside header, hash header. That's the one that I want white, and this one doesn't get affected. So just a bit of a reminder there that if you want just the H1 inside the header to be white, then you just say hash header H1. So it will leave this H1 alone. Okay, so coming back to the image, this alt tag is something that will appear here if this image goes missing. For example, if I destroy the path of it, it gives me the alt tag. There is no folder called images with 3s. Also, it is read by screen readers. Number one. So that was the first thing we did. The second thing we did was that we picked everything from inside style. Now here this is okay because this style is only for this page. But otherwise we cut everything from here. We cut it and we made a new CSS file. Actually, let me cut it from here. So what we did was we cut everything from here, and when we saved it, it was here. So we cut it and put it in a new CSS file. We put it in a new CSS file. Let me get it as if it was cut from. So as if it was cut and pasted. Yeah. And this one I saved in the CSS folder as mystyle1.css. Yeah. So I removed all the styles from here and I put them inside mystyle.css. But I still need to link it. So I added one line, and that's the most important line. Link relationship equal to style sheet, type equal to text CSS, and hyperlink reference styles mystyle1.css. So instead of having the styles here, I have the link. This is linked. And the moment you link it, you will see here, it is linked now. Okay? So I'll just show that to you. So I have layout here. I took all of this. I cut it, made a new file. The new file was a CSS file. I paste it. I'll save it in my older folder because I'll save it in last week's folder, D1 styles. External style 1.css. And you can see because I removed the style, it is destroyed. So you need to link it. Link type is equal to text CSS, relationship equals style sheet, and then you say which is the style sheet. The order doesn't really matter. And I just saved it in last week's folder, website D1, no, week 2, D1, styles, oh, where did I save it? File, save as. It did work. Yeah, it just didn't refresh. So it's working. I'm not sure why this isn't refreshing, but it is working. It's working in the browser. So that's okay. So that's what I did. I cut and pasted it and I made an external style sheet. Next, what we did was, inside nav, we made links. Now A is the link tag. The way you type it is, I'm just going to type it here just as an example. The way you type it is, you have an A and then you have a /A, and let's say home. Now if you want to make home into a link, you just come here and say hyperlink reference, and you reference it to another file. You can browse, let's say you can browse to another file. And I can browse to products, for example, or I can browse to index. So that's a link. So I created 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 links. This one here is an example of a link to the same page. Let's have a look at it. So if I click on jump to footer, you can see it jumps to the footer. I purposely made the page a bit longer to see that. You can see that it jumps to the footer down there. This one is a mail to. It will call the email client and put the email and the subject, and you can send an email. That's an email link. So that's an example of an email link. That's an example of linking to a website. So that's an absolute link. And the underscore blank, this underscore blank is what opens it in a new window. These are links to other pages. So once I made this page, I went file, save as, and I saved a second page called products. I saved a second page called services, and I modified those pages. You can see the products page has got a products heading, services has got a services heading. And as a result, I finally have products page, home page, services page, the teachers link, the email link, and the link on the same page. So this was what was done today. After this, we discuss the assignment, and the assignment will be uploaded on the website, which is what I'm about to do. Oh yeah, I did one more thing. You see the header. So I went into the header, and I've got a page title here. On the home page, I've got a page title. I made it into an H1, and that's what I styled. I made it into a white font. But apart from that, in my style, I went into header and I gave it a background image. I gave it a background image. I not only styled the header, I also styled the links. So you will find in the CSS that has been uploaded for today, you will find that I have styled the LI. This display inline block makes the list in one line, and also because it's inline block, it not only makes it inline, it also allows me to put a width to it. I've given it a background color, some padding, text align center. The link itself I have made into color white. I've taken away the underline, and on hover I've made it into something like a yellowish color with a overline. And that's why when I hover over my page, you can see the hover overline. So the color changes, there's an overline. And as I said, you can use anything you find from W3 Schools or from any fancy site for your navigation in your assignment. And that's what I'm going to upload now. Okay? So I'm uploading these examples and this video as well.